Today, we are going to hear from women who say their mother-in-laws are just plain evil. I'm not talking about a mother-in-law that meddles. I'm talking they say they are evil and that they are out to destroy their marriages. Now, the mother-in-laws are saying not true, that the real evildoer is this daughter-in-law that their son has dragged up into their lives. Now, my first guest, Cindy, met her husband, Jeremy, online and married him 3 weeks later. She says she started having second thoughts on her wedding day, right after her mother-in-law, Janet, told her about her son, Jeremy's very active sex life with a former flame. Now, that's just creepy. I'm sorry, that creeps me out to even read that. So let's look at the tape and then we'll talk to him.
Janet, my mother-in-law, is evil. She will do anything to make our lives miserable.
My mother has tried to destroy every relationship that I've had with a woman.
I am not the villain here. My daughter-in-law, Cindy, is the villain.
Jeremy and I have been having an ongoing battle with Janet since the night of our wedding.
I was concerned about Jeremy getting so involved so quickly with Cindy. He had only known her for 2 to 3 weeks till he married her.
The night of my wedding, my mother-in-law Janet was doing my hair, and she went ahead and told me that Jeremy and Katie, his ex-fiancé, would have sex numerous times a day, and that I better have the stamina to keep up with that. She told me that if I did not give Jeremy oral sex, he would not be happy.
That was an issue for Jeremy. He liked oral sex.
I was outraged. How could you say that to me? This was supposed to be my special day. She took that away from me, and I'll never forgive her for that.
I had Cindy telling me, but out of our sex life. I am completely shocked at how Jeremy has allowed Cindy to talk to me and treat me. How dare he? I am his mother.
She immediately turned herself into the victim, and it turned into World War III.
My mother sued me for money she believed that I owed her.
She sued us for $1,000. My relationship with my mother-in-law was already strained. When she brought the money into it, it made it even worse.
They kept telling me, we owe you nothing, we're not gonna ever pay you anything, drop dead and die.
You had to be one evil person to take your own child to court. Because my mother-in-law wouldn't forgive the loan or let us pay it back, we weren't able to get a house.
I feel that Caden will hate his mother, Cindy, for keeping me out of his life.
My mother-in-law has basically told me that when my son gets older, she will poison his mind with everything she has to say about me and his father.
It would be best for our son not to go through the same things that we have.
Cindy feels that she's done nothing wrong, and I'm just being a bitch.
My mother-in-law sees herself as a saint. She can do no wrong. I'm the bad one.
I'm done being played a puppet by my daughter-in-law, Cindy.
Okay, 2 sides to every story. Are you an evil mother-in-law?
No, I'm not.
Even your own son says, my mother is evil. She's over-involved, sabotaging, undermining. What do you say to that?
He's entitled to his opinion, but if Jeremy owns up to what he did and how he played this relationship, the blame does not go to me, the blame goes to Jeremy himself.
Okay, so what did he do that was wrong?
When Jeremy came back home from Iraq, and before he had ever met Cindy, he was having numerous problems with speeding tickets and warrants, not having money to pay for car repairs. He knew that I had just gotten a disability settlement, and he borrowed $1,500 from me with promises that he was going to pay me back.
This is not about money.
It is about money, because one of the problems...
Well, I hope it's not.
Well, one of the problems that Cindy has with me is that she says that I would not accept any kind of payment on this money, and I did. I asked for payments.
Did you on their wedding day, which was a whole lot sooner than it would have been if I'd have been scheduling this?
I know.
But did you on her wedding, she says you're fixing her hair and regaling her with tales of your son's sexual activities and prowess in his prior relationship.
No, not the night before they got married, and not on her wedding day.
Okay, did it happen? What happened? Tell me what happened here.
She was talking about Katie, which she always did, who is Jeremy's ex-fiancé. And she told me that they used to have sex so often and that she hopes, I could keep up. And I couldn't believe what I heard.
This is why while she's fluffing you up for the wedding.
While she's doing my hair.
That's not my recollection.
She was talking about Katie almost the whole time, though, and it started off saying that she's happy that he's marrying me because Katie was so horrible, which is what she always talked about, and then it led up to that.
And did you tell her either then or at any other time about how important oral sex was to Jeremy?
We did, but it was not at this time. This was after
Okay, at any time?
Yes, absolutely.
At any time?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
I'm here to get real. Okay, short version, they came to my house. They had an argument in my front room about it. Jeremy asked me, Mom, what do you think? I said what I thought, and Cindy didn't like what she heard.
How does oral sex get into that?
Because that was the specific thing they were talking about.
Well, maybe I'm just an old country boy or something, but I've known my mother a long time. And I don't believe that we've ever had I don't believe we've ever had that conversation, nor do I want to. And I would think that my mother wouldn't want to have that conversation either. Do you have no boundaries? Do you not have a responsibility to kind of say, look, that's between a husband and a wife here? What are you two doing talking to your mother about your sex life and about oral sex within your sex life?
I'm a private person. This is my intimate marriage. I'm not going to share this with everyone. Well, now I am. But, I'm not going to bring it up, especially to my mother-in-law. We were arguing about something totally different. I would not.
Okay, all right. I got to take a break and a deep breath. Jeremy's ex-fiancée Katie meets his wife Cindy for the very first time. We're going to find out what she has to say about Jeremy's mom when we come back.
I feel Cindy controls Jeremy.
Janet has a real problem with the fact that she can't control Jeremy anymore.
Jeremy allows women to manipulate him. He doesn't stand up for himself.
I can't imagine the pain that my husband has gone through, knowing that his own mother is doing all of this to him.
Cindy has told him once already, it's either me and your son or your mother, but you're not going to have both.
Well, today we're talking in-laws who are pointing fingers at each other saying, you are the evil one. Now, Janet says her son Jeremy drops her like a hot potato whenever he gets involved with mean-spirited women like his wife Cindy. But Cindy says she's not the evil one and that her mother-in-law Janet is the real problem in the family. Just ask the ex-fiancée Katie, who says Jeremy's mother Janet is evil to the core.
Jeremy's mother's evil and conniving. She's already ruined our relationship and she's on her way to ruining another one.
The main reason why Katie and I broke up was because my mom was harassing her.
Janet and I got along pretty well at the beginning. After Jeremy and I got engaged is when everything went downhill. Jeremy's mom was trying to push me out of the picture. Jeremy's mom had people spying on me at my apartment complex. Janet called me a slut, a bitch, a cheater, many of times.
My mother-in-law would trash Katie every chance she could, even coming up with horrible nicknames for her, like Katie the C word.
I know that Janet is evil and she pushes all his girlfriends away. Janet was treating Cindy exactly how I was treated, trying to push her out so she has her son.
I wrote Katie an email that said, I finally got the daughter-in-law I always wanted, and it's not you. I was trying to rub it in her face, and it backfired.
Katie and I actually became good friends just exchanging horror stories about Janet.
Jeremy's mom is the reason why we broke up. Janet doesn't feel that he should have a happy life.
Now, Jeremy's ex-fiancée Katie and his current wife Cindy, his now wife Cindy, have spoken on the phone, but they've never seen each other and they've never met in person until now. So Cindy, meet Katie. Katie, meet Cindy. If I were you, I'd be real nervous right now. You got 3 women in your life here and they've all come together in one place. You're saying that this mother-in-law is over-involved, is evil to the core, and sabotages Jeremy's relationships, true?
True.
Why do you say that?
Because she wants her son to herself.
And you don't think much of Katie, right?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because I had people coming to me that lived with her when she was living with Jeremy, telling me that the night that Jeremy deployed, she was cheating on him. So of course I'm going to get upset and start wanting to know what's going on with my son, because the last words he said to me before he deployed to Iraq was F you. And
that's not true.
No,
that is absolutely
That's not true because Katie told me to make amends with my mom before I go to Iraq, just in case something happens to me. So I did not leave to Iraq with those words.
So you had a kind conversation with your mother?
Yes.
Okay, is that not true?
No, that's not true.
Now, you have said that she is the ex from hell.
Absolutely.
And you have called her
Bad
the
name.
C word.
Yes, I have. Not to her face, but in letters, yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I'm owning it. Yes,
and
I
you
have.
said she's worse.
No,
As bad?
as bad.
Are you trying to separate these two?
Absolutely not. The thing I want the most is for us to be a family. That's why I wanted to come here. I want my son to know his grandma. But we can't go on living like this. I don't want people involved in our personal life like that. And bringing other people into our personal life, you know, our sex life, and bringing ex-girlfriends into our life, which she's done on numerous occasions, including Katie, which at first I didn't like. And now, since we have so much to relate to together, we become friends because of it. I would have never met her if it wasn't for Janet writing her.
Okay, what do you want?
I'd want the same thing that Cindy wants.
Why did you sue your son? And we're not even talking about a lot of money.
It's all the money I had to my name, so it was a lot of money.
No, I understand, but did you really think that the best remedy here was to go to court?
That was my last choice. I felt like I have no contact with my son. I have no money. I had no other choice but to take legal action about it because they weren't communicating with me. They were telling me if I did communicate with them, they were going to sue me for harassment, and I didn't have my money.
She told us afterwards, she said, the real reason I took you to court was because I couldn't talk to Jeremy. I have never not let her talk to Jeremy. I can't control him.
She needs to stop fighting battles that don't belong to her. She needs to let, if she and I have a problem, deal with me and her. If Jeremy and I have a problem, let Jeremy and I deal with it.
The last time I tried to deal with you, you hung up on me, and I was very polite on the phone, asking you to stay out of my sex life. I don't think that's an unreasonable expectation.
And I agreed to you that I was going to.
You hung up on me. You didn't agree to anything.
Jeremy? Yes, sir. What do you want to see happen here?
I'd like for them to stop fighting.
I'd be happy not to see them except once every 3 months and see my grandson. That would make me happy.
So you don't want to heal this relationship?
Yes, it was my idea to call you.
You just want to see him every 3 months?
No, it was my idea to call you because I knew we needed your help.
I wrote in.
Read the email that I wrote.
I wrote it twice.
No. Okay,
Well,
read the letter I wrote.
you didn't call me.
No, read the
I
letter.
don't take phone calls, number one.
Okay.
Jeremy, listen up. If there's a problem with your mother, it's your job to fix it, okay? It's not your wife's job. It's not your wife's job to fix it. If she's ignoring boundaries and talking about things that shouldn't be talked about, that's your job and your responsibility as the son of the mother that is involved in the conflict to step up and fix the problem. This is your family. I think it's real important to do a lot of premarital work before you get married. You cannot have done that in 3 weeks, because one of my rules is you ought to see the other one with the flu before you get married. Amen. Okay? And unless you both came down with it in 3 weeks, you can't have covered that one. Marriage is not an extended date, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and you need to be very clear on the role of the husband in this situation. This is your problem, and it's about boundaries.
Well, Dr. Phil,
good
I
fences
agree.
make good neighbors.
I agree
You
with
need a
you.
really good fence here.
Well, I agree with you to saying that I should deal with my problems between me and my mom, but there's only one problem, and that was money. And I wasn't like I went to Cindy and said, Cindy, will you handle this for me? We're married, and we're a couple, and we're one in the marriage. So I discussed with her everything that's going on, and she discusses with me with everything that's going on.
Did you hear what I said about it's your job to handle your mom? Because that's important. Okay. Number two, I believe in one trial learning on some stuff, like slamming your hand in the car door. That's usually one trial learning. You don't need to do that again to make sure it hurt. Don't ever borrow money from this woman again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Don't ever borrow money from this woman again.
Thank you.
Given the history here, I would pick up pop bottles. I would pick up aluminum cans and cash them in before I would borrow money from a family member, particularly your mother.
Thank you.
She took you to court. She sued you. Don't loan her money. Don't borrow money. Do you hear me say that?
Works for me.
You hearing that echo? Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. I want that echoing in your brain, okay? And at this point, you're the mother and father now.
Yes.
You have your family now, and if people can be a constructive force in that family, then they're welcome. And if they can't, they're not. There's no gray area here. I want you to listen as the show goes on. We're going to talk some more about this to all of you. We're going to add another story to this. It's a mother so attached to her son that she'd just like to just remove the wife from the picture. Mom's favorite saying is a wife, but your mother is your mother for the rest of your life. We're going to talk to them when we come back. So who's the evil one in the family? Is this the mother-in-law, or are we talking about daughter-in-laws that create problems here? And my next guest, Vivian, says that when she looks into her mother-in-law Phyllis' eyes, all she sees is pure evil. But Phyllis says Vivian is the evildoer and is a terrible mother and a master manipulator. Take a look.
My mother-in-law is pure evil and is trying to destroy our family.
I am not the evil one. I believe it's Vivian.
Oh gosh, it's just terrible, you know? My mom is evil, she's just mean. Vivian and my mother met. It was not a very good situation from the start.
I had permission from Timothy and Vivian that I would come and live with them. Vivian was okay for the first day or two. After that, she didn't want me there.
My mother, she'll distort the truth.
One time she just came up and said, Timothy called me and said he wanted a divorce.
We confronted my mother and she said that she never said it.
When Phyllis told me that Tim wanted a divorce, I started thinking that she wanted him all for herself.
Vivian is very jealous of Timothy and I. Vivian lost control one day and picked a picture up of me and threw it down on the ground.
I could not handle it anymore. One day I made spaghetti for dinner. I took her spaghetti and I was getting ready to feed it to the dog so I could wash the bowl, and she yelled out at me that she wasn't done with it. I threw the bowl on the floor and she said, "Oh, you expect me to eat that off the floor?" And I said, "Yes, eat it like the dog that you are."
People think that Timothy and I are having an affair and that I'm so close to his age that I could be his girlfriend. When Vivian found out about it, I think that's the maddest that she's ever been.
She's evil. She knows how to push somebody's buttons and she does it. One time Phyllis, she stood right in my face and she was looking me right in the eye, and I said, "Get out of my way, you witch."
One thing that I really wanted was to be a granny. I moved here to live with them. I was asked to leave after the 5th day.
I'm afraid that Tim will take the kids and go see his mother behind my back without my permission. She told me one time, "Oh, I've never watched you change my grandson's diaper. I need to watch you so I can see what kind of family jewels he has." And that's something that a grandparent wouldn't say about their grandchild.
They've just had another baby, and I haven't even seen the baby. Vivian has control over me not knowing where they live. She even changed the phone number of the home, and she changed the cell phones.
My mother's caused problems for many of our family members. That's the evil part of her. She just has to have that conflict.
When Phyllis does all these mean things, it hurts me inside, and it really hurts me even more knowing that I don't have the backing from my husband that I need.
Vivian says that she is matriarch. I am the matriarch, not her.
This is driving you crazy. Tell me.
I want to have a relationship with her. I think she needs to see her grandchildren and be in their lives, and I don't want him to have to choose between her or me.
Are you the problem here?
No, sir, I'm not the problem.
You have no ownership in this at all. I'm not saying you do. I'm just asking. That's a yes or no question.
I don't think I do.
Did you tell Vivian that Tim wanted a divorce?
I don't know if I told her that. I know that Timothy told me that.
Okay.
And I don't know how-
Even if that's true, and is that true?
No.
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 You didn't tell your mother you wanted to divorce Vivian. Why would you go tell her that even if it was true?
My son told me that. I don't know how she found out.
She says that you told her that.
I don't think I did.
Okay. Did you tell Tim that Vivian was having an affair and that the middle child was not his?
No, sir.
Did she tell you that?
Yes.
Were you?
No.
No. Okay. Did you write a letter to Vivian saying God would not approve of treating a husband's mom like this?
Yes, I'm sure I did one time or another.
Okay. Did you tell Tim he could do better in the wife category?
No, I didn't.
Did she tell you that?
Yes, she did.
Did you send Vivian used panties for Valentine's Day?
No, sir, I didn't. I don't know where all these things are coming from, and I don't know why.
They're coming from Tim and Vivian.
Well, Timothy is way off track because he's not telling the truth, and I'm really surprised at you, son. I really am. You've disappointed me because you haven't stood your ground with your wife. And you knew that I came to live with you and Vivian because I was very ill.
I stood my ground and got you out of my house.
Did you, and I'm just trying to get the facts out because I want you to have a chance to deny these things where they are. I'm actually doing this so you can say yes or no.
If I could say this, Dr. Phil.
Please.
Even though that there wasn't a place for me to stay, it was just done within matters of a couple of hours. He had to go out and rent something for me to live in. I had no furniture. I was very, very ill.
Did you lie about having MS?
No, I've never lied about that. I had it is so...
Did she lie about having
yes,
MS?
all my life she's had MS.
Let me say this to you, Dr. Phil.
Okay, hold that thought. We've got to take a break, and I'm going to let you start as soon as we come back. So gather your thoughts, and we're going to find out what's Tim's role in all this, and if he heard anything that I was saying before he got up here. We'll be right back. Well, today's guests say there's an evildoer in the family, and they're here to find out which one of them is responsible for tearing their family apart. It's been over a year since Phyllis has seen her son Timothy and daughter-in-law Vivian. Vivian says her mother-in-law is so evil that she is afraid Phyllis will poison her just so she can have Timothy to herself. You shake your head when you hear that.
Oh, this is really making me upset.
Right, because you think
Very
it's just,
badly.
they're just all off the chart.
My son has said more right now on this stage than I probably have heard out of him in 5 years.
Maybe that's a good thing.
I'm sure he's well rehearsed. And
Who rehearsed him?
And I hope his wife, she's very articulate, he feels a little intimidated right now that if he doesn't straighten up and fly right the way she wants it, that she will get divorced and he will get divorced.
Okay, hold on. You called her articulate. Did you also call her a bad mother, evil, and a slut?
Never. Never.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
Yes.
Now, I just want to know,
Can you do that?
is this all just crazy talk, or are you guys serious about what you're saying that your mother has done here?
What I'm saying about that kind of thing is daring arguments. It comes out that way.
Well, I assume if you call somebody an evil slut, generally blood's kind of boiling.
How is somebody like me supposed to handle my mother and try to do the right thing and keep my family happy and keep my wife?
Is she right when she says she's heard more from you in the last 10 minutes than she has in the last 5 years? So have you spoken up? Have you stood your ground?
Yes, I have.
Have you said the things that you needed to say?
I probably haven't been as direct.
All right, well, let me answer your question directly, and then I want to hear from you. You said, what am I supposed to do? I want to be very clear about this. There's no divided loyalty here. You love your mother out of one account. You love your wife out of another account. This isn't like a joint account. And loving your mother is not at your wife's expense. Loving your wife is not at your mother's expense. But there's no divided loyalty here. It's great to have grandmother's love with kids and to have all of that. But you don't choose for her. If you believe that she is evil and destructive, if she's telling you that your wife is having an affair and that you aren't the father of your middle son, then obviously that's a toxic element in this family. And you just simply can't have that relationship. Isn't that clear?
That's very clear. It's not clear right at the heat of the moment.
Is there a turf war between you and Vivian for Tim's love and allegiance? You've said he's your first love. You said people think that you're boyfriend and girlfriend when they see you out.
I only mentioned that because it made her very, very upset. We came home and one day, and two people in town thought I was his wife. And he came home and casually mentioned it to her, and she went ballistic.
Did you like it when she went ballistic about that?
No, I don't
was
like.
there a part of you that said, no, no, no?
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I'm just curious.
I'm sure. I'm almost 60 years old, of course.
All right. I've got to take a break. I want to hear from Vivian, see what she thinks about all this, because she looks to me to be kind of sitting there steaming. We'll be right back.
My mother-in-law is the most evil person I've ever met.
I am not evil. Vivian is complete control of me being able to be with my son.
My mother has conflicts with everybody that she comes in contact with.
Well, today's guests are here to kind of figure out, is there an evildoer in the family, and if so, who is it? Now, Phyllis says that her life has fallen apart because her own son Timothy kicked her out of his home after inviting her to live with him and his wife Vivian. And clearly, I think she puts that on Vivian. Now, Phyllis says both her daughter-in-laws are very controlling. Carrie, the other daughter-in-law, couldn't be with us today, but had this to say about the family dynamic.
My experience with Phyllis has been really bad in the last so many years. She makes accusations that aren't true. She has said that she has found pot in our house, that we're drug dealers, that I sleep around. But this is an ongoing thing in the past. It's always been stuff like this. Phyllis was telling lies and trying to work Vivian and I against each other.
The two girls do not get along at all.
From what I understand, it actually was from Phyllis. She kind of put some stuff in Vivian's head. She was saying that I can't be trusted.
When she was living with Tim and his brother, she told me to not like my sister-in-law.
The worst lie that I can say that Phyllis has said about me has been that I have slept with my brother-in-law, Tim. It just makes me want to cry because how anybody could say such a thing to ruin a family.
Okay, Vivian, are you surprised to hear what her take on this is?
Carrie's? No.
Because you're living the same thing.
Exactly, yes.
Okay. Has she told you that Timothy slept with his sister-in-law?
She did tell me that. She was trying to get Carrie and I she wanted an ally, one or the other.
Okay. Did you sleep with your sister-in-law?
Absolutely not.
Okay, you're pretty clear on that one.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so you didn't sleep with your sister-in-law. She did tell you that he slept with your sister-in-law. Did you tell her that?
May I interject a little bit here?
Well, answer my question first. Did you tell Vivian that Timothy
No.
slept with Carrie?
No.
You didn't tell? Why are you saying that she said that?
They're doing twisties on me or something right now. I don't understand it. What happened was, because I tell the truth, I found out through people who lived in their town before I came there that Timothy's cabin was being inhabited by his brother and Carrie.
Okay, what's your point?
My point is the townspeople came to me and said, this looks like Carrie is getting the best of two guys and they are your sons and you should do something about it.
So the townspeople, like a group of them with some torches or something?
No, a
came
couple
to you,
people.
they're lined up out front?
Good. A couple people came.
Well, you were just one of the most misunderstood. Carrie's misunderstood you, Timothy's misunderstood you, Vivian's misunderstood you. Vivian, what do you think about it? What do you have to say about all this?
I just want closure for this, and I'm offering her the opportunity to acknowledge that she's done all this. I don't even want her to apologize. Just own what she said, and we all know she said it, but she just denies everything. And I'm willing to let her be in my kids' lives and Tim's life and my life. I want that. I think family's important, but I can't do it if she's gonna constantly be saying things and then denying it, and she can't. It just.
Okay, the things that I've gone over here that supposedly you've said or done, Timothy has confirmed every one of them. Vivian has confirmed every one of them, and Carrie is telling a very similar story. Now, how do you suppose that, is this a conspiracy among these three people? Have they gotten together and they just resent you or don't like you or want to hurt you in some way? Because I ask you, do you have any ownership, any responsibility, any contribution to the problem here? And you said, no, I don't.
I think they're distorting it. I mean, because I don't talk very much. I am right now. I am right now. What I mean is I keep quiet and I keep my things private and I don't go telling people things.
All right. Coming up, why Phyllis says Vivian is determined to poison her relationship with her son and her grandchildren. Today we're trying to figure out who's the real evildoer in the family. Vivian says her mother-in-law Phyllis needs to stay away from her husband Tim because she's toxic and out to destroy her marriage. But Phyllis says there's not an evil bone in her body and that Vivian's on a mission to keep the family out of her life forever.
Dr. Phil, I haven't seen my children in 2 years. I live in the same city, Dr. Phil. I have not seen them in 2 years. I have had 2 grandbabies who I haven't even seen. The new one, you know how I found out about the new one? This is a very small town we lived in. And I just found out in December that I had a new grandchild on November 26th, and I knew nothing about it. They didn't even have the decency to let me know that I had a second grandson.
They don't trust you. You've said that you wanted to take the children away.
We were protecting them from what you've done to us.
That's
they don't
okay.
They don't need to deal with you.
Say what you want.
They don't need to deal with you.
Say what you want, Tim, but you know the difference. And I'll just ride with it.
The difference between what?
That you're not telling the truth. The spaghetti and all this stuff, what are you talking about? You absolutely have me, just
look,
gone.
Phyllis, whenever I said what I said that was very immature of me, I know I said it. I said it, and I'm not gonna sit here and deny that I said it like you deny things that you've said.
What about the day that you took my portrait off the wall, that commotion?
Right, it was on a ledge, and I couldn't stand to look at your picture anymore, which he had there, and you were you're so, I don't know what it is, but I did not throw it on the ground. I gave it to him, and I said, take this down, did I not? It's in your house. That picture is in your apartment. You took it with you when you left.
What about the garbage can?
Well, I did that too. I was looking for a note that you wrote me.
And that's the day you left the house, and I was asked to leave.
That is not the same
on
day.
my deathbed. If I was physically able, I'm sorry. I have fibromyalgia and I have multiple sclerosis, and it's all documented. I don't care what my son says. And I had a skull fracture when I came there, and I'm still not well, and I am going through therapy. I have a psychiatrist and a psychologist.
No, and I'm glad you do. I think that's important support for you to have. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.